Is it an omelet, a calzone, a pizza pocket? You be the judge. All I know is that this right here is delicious and nourishing and is packed with fiber and protein and only uses 3 main ingredients: split mung beans, plant milk, and nutritional yeast. It is a great breakfast and it's a heck of a lot cheaper than Just Egg. No hate Just Egg, I love you, but you a bit expensive. I do all sorts of healthy, high protein, plant-based recipes just like the one I'm about to show you. It's gonna be a banger, so make sure you guys subscribe below if you haven't yet. It's a lot of fun here, and let's get into this, whatever this is. Okay, real talk, this recipe actually is inspired from a very popular Indian street food called a Omelette, which I think is a cheeky play on the words mung dal and omelette. Basically, we are using mung dal, which is another word for split mung beans, and a omelette is basically like a really thick round pancake that is not typically folded like a North American omelet, but because I like to stuff my omelets full of stuff, we're gonna fold it and it's gonna be a good time. So here's what you do. You're gonna take 1 cup of yellow split mung bean, mung dal. You're gonna rinse it, get rid of any, dust and nasties. Toss it in a bowl and we're gonna pour over some hot water and we're going to let the mung beans soak for 20 to 30 minutes. You can also soak them overnight just in, regular water, but if you're in a rush like myself, just do the boiled water hack and you'll be well on your way. While the mung dal is having a nice hot sensual bath, we are going to chop up whatever veggies you're gonna put in your omelet. Might I suggest what I'm using today? I always gotta have some cheese in my omelet. So I've got some vegan cheddar. I chopped up a red bell pepper, some onion. I sliced up a few mushrooms. I got some spinach here, but really you do you. Whatever you like to throw in your omelets is acceptable and encouraged. Make sure you guys watch until the end because I'm also gonna show you a quick way that you can kind of transform this omelet into sort of like a pizza pocket situation, and it might just blow your mind. All right, folks, observe that the mung dal has plumped up quite nicely. Yes, we like. So now we're just going to drain them and unceremoniously dump them in your blender. It is worth noting that 1 cup of split mung dal has about 50 grams of plant-based protein. Okay, next, we're going to add our liquid, which is 1 cup of plant milk. I choose to use soy milk because that's what I have, what I use, and what I like. We're gonna add a tablespoon of some nutritional yeast. This adds a little bit of umami, savory, somewhat cheesiness. And as far as the spices go, we're gonna add some garlic and onion powder, a pinch of turmeric just for a little bit of that yellow eggy-ish color, pepper, and some kala namak, aka black salt. This is sort of like a sulfuric salt that gives it an eggy smell and taste. You might notice a lot of shared similar ingredients in this recipe as I use in my tofu scramble. Again, we're kind of trying to replicate an eggy taste and, smell. Thus, the similar ingredients. Okay, we're gonna slap a lid on the blender and we're gonna blend on high speed for like 30 seconds just until we have a nice smooth, like a runny egg batter. Whew, I tell you, the second that liquid comes into contact with black salt, it's like, whew, egg, slap you right in the face. Shall we make an omelet? Yeah. So get a pan heating up over like medium-ish heat and warm like a teaspoon of oil. That's really all you need. Once it's hot, HAWT, we're gonna pour in about a cup or so. You can pretty much just eyeball it. And then swirl it around until it covers the entire base of your frying pan, plus kind of trails a little bit past the edges. See how it kind of comes up a little bit on the sides? That's what we want. Look at that, already is starting to look like an omelet. So while it's getting cooked, we're going to sprinkle over our toppings. You can really add as many or as little as you like. I like to kind of go heavy-handed on the veggies. So I've got my bell peppers, onion, and some of those, sliced mushrooms. You can kind of press them in, get them submerged in the dough, or the batter, I should say. Plus a little cheeky pinch of some red chili flakes, because I like a little bit of heat in pretty much everything I eat. All right, I like to cover mine for a few minutes, kind of let some of the steam get trapped in. I personally feel like it makes the omelet overall a little bit softer. And we're just gonna let this side cook for about 3 to 5 minutes, just until it's a little bit golden on the brown. the bottom. And then we'll flip it over and let the toppings get a little bit more cooked for about 2 minutes. All right, after it's cooked on the other side for a couple minutes, we're gonna carefully flip it back over. Okay, that was mostly successful. I only lost a few veggies in the process. Okay, let's see if I can get them back in. Get in there, get in there. Oh, shoot. Okay, we're fine, you saw nothing. And at this point, now we can go and add a little bit of spinach, yes. Yum, yum, yum. And some cheese. I actually should have added the cheese on the bottom. I don't know what I was thinking. I got a little too excited. Flip her over, fold her like an omelet. Cover it again. Help that spinach wilt a little faster. Okay, y'all, we're getting like real close up, all up in this omelet's business here. I need you to see that it is actually a really soft, eggy situation here. I dare say it turned out exactly like I wanted it to. The awesome thing about this is that this really does have a decent structure in it. So you can, once it's, you know, not scorching hot, you could literally pick this up and eat it as like a handheld situation, like a wrap or something. And that's kind of why, in my opinion, it sort of gives like calzone vibes, even though calzones usually are always like sealed along the edges and this is open. I don't even care, because there's so much you can do with this beyond making it like a typical omelet with like omelet veggies in it. And how I'm about to show you. Side note, these are actually a lot easier to roll up than I thought. Even like after the fact, you can easily roll them up. Bada bing, bada boom. You're welcome. Okay, folks, so, you know, the drill. You're gonna add in your batter. This one's gonna be a little thicker than the rest. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this here, a little jar of marinara, and while the batter is still wet on top, we're just going to swirl in a few spoonfuls of the marinara to give, you know, sort of a pizza calzone vibe, you know, like a pizza pocket. Oh baby. Observe. I've tried adding the marinara in after the fact, like after it's cooked fully, but then it just kind of slops all over the place and turns into a big mushy mess, which nobody wants. And you know what else you could do? You could also add in whatever veggies you want still. I'm gonna add in some fresh basil because it's a vibe, and some veg. You know what else you could do? You can go ahead and subscribe below for free if you haven't already. I love teaching people how to cook healthy, high protein, plant-based deliciousness. And not only do I do it here, I also do it over on my Instagram, which is a bit of a different vibe than my YouTube. More behind the scenes stuff, more taste tests, and it's a little bit more different, you know what I mean? So go ahead, subscribe here, follow me over on Instagram, and let's be friends. Oh, that one didn't turn out so nicely. Whatever. You can't win them all. A little bit of cheese and fold. And that, my friends, is how you give calzone vibes. Albeit a little bit messy this time, but delicious. All right, let's do a little taste test comparison. Traditional North American omelet and calzone. Little cheeky drizzle of some ketchup. That's how I like to eat my omelets. What can I say? That is so good. Just the right amount of egginess, soft, fluffy, pillowy mung bean egg situation, cheesy veggies, so great. Woo, ha ha, hot calzone. Burning my fingers. Doing it for the cause. Wow, that gives a nostalgic after school pizza pop snack. Oh my gosh, wow. Wow, they're so different, but they're the same. If you guys like this recipe, let me know by subscribing below. Hey, maybe even go leave a comment and a 5-star rating on my blog. That would be so appreciated. Thank you for subscribing and helping me reach my 50,000 subscriber goal this year, 2026. I love you for it. And if you're looking for some more awesome lentil recipes, I've got lentil waffles and lentil pizza crust. They're both super popular and delicious, and you deserve to make them. I love you, and I'll see you in another video real soon. Ta-ta! I say this went rather excellently.